NyanCave. Hi, hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's good. How are you?
Pretty good. Doing some more P4 Arena ULTIMAX Persona 4 Arena story deals.
Mitsuru edition.
Yeah. And we'll be playing Jackbox an hour after this. So that's pretty cool. And then we won't be playing Persona 4 Arena ULTIMAX until Sunday.
Yeah, it's weekend time.
Buckle up. Yeah. Fire Emblem coming. Anyway, let's just read on into it. Reading into the situation a bit too much.
Hey, the girl on the PA system is rather casual with her insults. Soon after, General Teddy appears on the monitor.
So strong, miss. I can barely believe how gorgeous and powerful you are.
It seems they're not provoking us only to have us fight one another. And their method, is it more like an illusion they're casting over us, rather than some sort of mind control?
Still trying to figure everything out? Switch your brain off and enjoy the Grand Prix already.
Okay.
Sorry, but I'm not some savage who enjoys the suffering of others.
Oh.
And don't call me miss. My name is Mitsuru Kirijo.
Kirijo?
You toyed with us, and I don't take that lightly. I'll make you pay for what you've done. You'd better be prepared for that.
Kirijo.
The moment he hears my voice, the face on the bear costume distorts into a mask of hate.
You're the one who should be prepared. I'll never let you stop me.
The broadcast ends after he flings those words at me.
I mentioned my name on purpose.
Oh.
He reacted as strongly to the name Kirijo as I thought he would.
I still don't know anything for certain, but I'm increasingly sure that General Teddy is related to the circumstances surrounding Labyrinth.
At first, I thought I'd stumbled into an irrelevant side incident, but evidently not. We were meant to come here.
Me playing Final Fantasy VIII.
Just then, the young man behind me slowly gets to his feet.
Oh yeah, you are here.
Oh, you're awake.
It seems now that the battle's settled, the interference causing us both to seem odd has vanished. Hanamura cringes away, frightened. I can't help but shrug.
My. Amagi reacted the same way. Were the things that the illusory me said that harsh?
Oh, you bet. Wait, what?
I like how it almost sounds like he enjoyed it as well. Oh, you bet. Oh, this is I think Raul.
Oh yeah, there's Raul's ear. What are you doing over there? I'm like, get on there. Sorry. 1 second.
She is beauty, she is grace, sit on my face.
Thank you, Kalois, for that delightful poem. It was short and sweet and kind of relevant.
Did you just say Amagi? You meant Yukiko?
Thank you.
Yes, before I came here. I was forced to fight her, quite against my will.
I explained the situation to him. I also add that she shared information with me on last year's case. That should help prove that I did encounter Amagi. Just on the off chance, I asked Hanamura about Labyrinth, but he seems to not even know the name. Once we're finished speaking, he stands up and places his hand in the air as if touching something
Only
there.
the winner can move on, huh? I'm the only one who can feel this invisible wall thing, so I guess it's true.
I'm glad you understand. I was worried you'd doubt me since I'm a complete stranger.
Well, you didn't seem like someone who'd try and trick me. I mean, what's the point? I've lost now, so I can't go anywhere.
Indeed. You're very pragmatic.
Huh.
The young man waves away my compliment.
After what I went through last year, I just got used to coming smack up against insane stuff in this world. And Yukiko, my friend you met, she believed in you. So I don't mind trusting you too.
That's sweet.
I see.
I can't help myself from smiling. Their bond seems to be real. I do somewhat envy the way they trust each other, without a doubt.
Yeah, not like my team. I doubt everything they do.
Yeah.
If I told Junpei to do something, I'd have to have him under 24-hour surveillance.
I'm doubting freaking Akihiko right now. That could never have happened unless they had overcome the same trials
I'd
together.
like your opinion on something. What do you think is the objective of this tournament? That General Teddy said it was all in fun, but I doubt it's anything so simple.
I've been wondering the same thing, but I don't know. But you know, it might not just be Teddy behind it. I met this weird girl earlier.
A weird girl.
She was about my age, and she said she was the student council president. It was like she had no idea that she was inside the TV world. That doesn't seem very likely, does it?
No, I doubt one could be unaware of such things. It's possible that she didn't come here of her own will.
This may be at school now, but it doesn't always look like this.
I'm getting so much fade away today. On my headphones.
When normal people who don't have personas come in here, the world changes to reflect what they're thinking of. It happened every time a victim was dumped into a TV last year. Maybe this time she's the victim. Even if she means well, she still could have a lot to do with the tournament.
Girl, huh?
Judging from the state of affairs, I'm beginning to think that the girl in question is Labris. Since Hanamura doesn't know the details of my mission, it wouldn't occur to him that that what I'm searching for is a humanoid weapon with a heart.
What did this girl look like? Did anything about her stand out?
Huh? No, not really. She wore the same uniform as the rest of us.
Not the red eyes, white hair, nothing was different, just normal. Okay. Considering how Aigis looks, it's possible that Labris's appearance is quite close to human. But what does it mean that she's completely able to pass as a human? Even Aigis has to wear clothes that cover her entire body in order for her to walk around town. Yet, Labris even wears the same uniform as them. Chalk up another unsolved mystery, I suppose. But after talking with Hanamura, it does feel like I'm starting to understand the bigger picture here.
I see. Thank you. I'm getting a clearer picture of what's going on. I'm sorry, but I can't stay and chat. I should be leaving now.
Oh, wait a sec. Can I ask you a favor? Can you look after my other friends too? It sucks, but I can't get to them from here. That Teddy's really not a bad guy either. Sure, he eats my ice cream without asking and stuff, but he's not the type of guy who'd get off on watching people hurt each other. There's gotta be some other explanation.
Don't worry. I was already thinking along similar lines. What we saw was an illusion. It may be that they're faced with the same situation. I'll save everyone who's been dragged into this, including your friends, and this student council president.
Thanks. Just hurry before someone else dies in here.
Hanamura's expression, which had previously been bright, albeit desperate, darkens noticeably. From all I've heard, last year's shadow incident revolved around serial murders. It may be that he lost someone as well. To fight desperately, but lacking the power to make a difference, and being forcibly parted from loved ones. I understand that pain all too well.
That must sound pretty lame, losing the fight and then making a lot of demands.
Not so. Your concern for your friends in a situation like this. C'est magnifique.
What?
What?
You know ressentiment,
Ressentiment.
but you don't know
Sensed it when
magnifique.
speaking to Amagi too, but you all seem to have very strong wills.
I assume that,
Not stronger than my will. My will was written by 4 lawyers.
Oh, wow. I imagine the teacher that taught him Ressentiment did it in a very, like, backhanded way, where he's like, Ressentiment, Yosuke, you should know about it. Ressentiment. I'll give you a special lesson on it because it's so relevant to you. Learn it. Not say magnifique, that has nothing to do with you.
I promise to do what I can to help.
The emotions he seems to view as a weakness are actually a strength. I'm sure that with a little more experience, he'll come to realize that. He'll see how difficult it is to hold on to that will, and how valuable it is to have friends he can share it with. Since I'm the one who'll be moving on, I'm responsible for the duties he's entrusted to me. As if sensing my determination, Hanamura's expression turns serious, and he nods.
Time to play some things. Nice.
When Tara Platt and her husband voice characters that are talking to each other, she has to stop herself from giggling like a schoolgirl.
Spike! Thank you! Yeah, that would be kind of...
I imagine,
that'd be
yeah.
fun. That'd be fun, though.
Kind of fun.
I'm going to play something.
Okay.
And if you have not played Persona 3, you need to turn away right now. We're going to assume that everything's open for every business, right? Every business open.
Persona!
It's rather sad to think of the fact that the only person she openly trusted and shared her personal burden and work with, her leader, is now a door.
PK Scratch! Adorable.
And Yosuke just became a doormat. Sad, really.
This scene reminded me that Yosuke is not stupid but gets outshone by Naokami and Naoto.
Julian! Yes. He's not a bad guy. He's not dumb. He's just, you know, around people. It's like Hawkeye. It's like Hawkeye in Avengers, where it's like, you know what? He can do amazing freaking things, but he's not magic.
Yosuke knew about resentment because it was literally in one of King Moron's lectures in P4G, and it happened to stick a little too well.
That's what I'm talking about. He's like, he just threw it in his face like, Resentment. It's important. For you, Yosuke, in particular.
Yosuke, make notes.
Take notes. Only you, Yosuke. Everyone else can forget about it.
He's the Sokka of the group. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if you can wiggle the green screen a little bit. I'm losing... Oh, I guess it's on my Oh, was there green on the monitor? Because, like, I don't know. This seems worse than usual.
If I make it worse, there's a shadow. Like, we'll just spend some time later to do that.
Sure.
After parting with Hanamura, I once again proceed through the school. The invisible walls continue to bar my path. Undoubtedly, the enemy is leading me exactly where he wants me.
Oops.
The rules of the P1 Grand Prix are powerfully enforced. I tried to see if I could destroy one of these walls, but it doesn't seem as though I can. Maybe if I used all my strength, but in that case, I'd be at a disadvantage in my next fight. Either way, it didn't seem worth the trouble. I stray from the suggested route on purpose and open one of the classroom doors. I sense no enemies here. And it doesn't look likely that I'll run into my next opponent here either. It should be safe here.
Oh, God.
Once again, I link my communicator with my persona. This time, unlike before, my senses cleanly and smoothly spread outward. I sense two familiar reactions.
Akihiko and Aigis. They both seem to be okay.
First, I focus my senses to contact with Aigis, who's closer by.
Aigis?
Mitsuru-san, I am relieved to finally hear from you. Is Akihiko-san with you?
No, we were separated, but I've confirmed his safety. I'm sure he won't be defeated that easily.
Aigis laughs upon hearing my words.
Let's exchange information while we can.
I give her a simple outline of the current situation. I mention the students that were drawn here. My suspicions that this Grand Prix mastermind is almost certainly related to Labris. And what I've heard of a girl whom I'm assuming is to be Labris.
I saw that girl a moment ago, though I lost sight of her when the invisible walls blocked my path.
I've been told she looks more human than you. Is that possible?
Not only that, she was almost indistinguishable from a normal person. I couldn't believe it either, yet I definitely sensed a personality module. I don't believe there's any mistake that she is Labris.
I see.
There is no doubt that General Teddy has strong ties to Labris and the Kirija group. But this girl whom we believe to be Labris is apparently walking around unconstrained. If he can set up this many walls, it should be easy for him to capture her too.
Don't worry about meeting up for now. Under the present conditions, we'd only end up fighting amongst ourselves.
Understood.
I don't know how Labris ties into this situation yet, but be careful. Hello? I lost her.
Aigis' voice trails off as my connection to her dies out again. I wonder if the enemy noticed our conversation and took preventative measures. Though the voice I'm hearing now definitely isn't General Teddy's.
Hey there! Some other way! If there was, then...
That's the same voice from before. Labris, is that you?
It's happening again. The voice reaches through my persona ability, but I have the strangest sensation about it. I get the impression that the voice is seeping out of this place itself.
Why are you laughing? What about this is funny?
Who is she addressing?
I don't want to fight him anymore!
That reminds me. Hanamura said that the environments here are formed by the thoughts of those who enter this world. Could these be Labris' innermost thoughts? Is that why everything about this place radiates her feelings?
What do you think we are?
For a moment, I experienced not just the voice, but a powerful wave of emotions. They bombard me through my persona senses. A strong sadness, confusion, despair. I can't help but fall to my knees, though nothing is assaulting me directly. How can I describe this weight? One possible explanation crosses my mind.
She's not addressing anyone. These are her memories. I see. So that's what's going on.
I think back to what General Teddy said, that making people suffer is fun. I dismissed it as a barbaric desire not worth thinking about or too deeply about. But in truth, what kind of horrors would someone have to go through to emerge with such a stunted perspective?
I'm finally beginning to see the relationship between this tournament and Labrys.
In any case, I must proceed on to learn anything. I redouble my resolve and begin walking again. The monitor suddenly turns on, showing a smirking General Teddy.
What are you getting so sentimental for? The Grand Prix's not over yet!
Then you intend to continue this meaningless farce.
I'll decide what's meaningless or not! Bring out the next challenger!
As soon as General Teddy shouts, smoke gushes out, obstructing my view. It seems he isn't willing to listen to reason at all. Not that I expected otherwise. Who will I be forced to fight this time? I strain my eyes to see through the smoke. It looks like it's...
Oh! Wow!
I remember that face. Naoto Shirogane. He was present as a police observer when Labrys was being transported to Yakushima.
Oh my god, chat. She doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
It was thanks to his quick thinking that we discovered Labrys had been taken to Inaba. If our trip hadn't been disrupted by the hijacking, he might still be with us in Yakushima. But why is he here?
This is a problem. I didn't think we'd run into each other so soon. Is this another illusion? No. I can see that it isn't. Why are you here?
I'll answer that question later. It would be best to say as little as possible for now.
With that, the young man lifts a finger to his lips in a gesture to remain silent. Directly afterwards, that staticky sensation runs through my body. It's then that I understand what he meant. Once again, this noise will prevent us from understanding each other properly. He's probably also noticed the effect at work. Nothing we say right now could be called conversing. If we both understand that, neither of us need take what the other says personally. That's why he called for a temporary silence. It's an amazing assignment, given given the brief time in which he had to make it. Before long, as expected, the young man before me undergoes a complete attitude reversal.
Seriously, such impatience handling the grunt work yourself like this. Isn't micromanaging like this the style of an incompetent leader? One who can't see the bigger picture?
This isn't how he truly feels.
The
I say
silent
nothing.
treatment, huh? That's fine. I understand perfectly. You don't believe in people. Not a single one. You have friends and allies, but believing in them is a different thing. I suspect you'll never break down that wall. Shall I say it for you? You're actually scared to. The notion of growing attached to something and losing it scares you so much that you'll share nothing truly important to you. Even if you want to believe in your friends, you can't.
Man, this is like so much that meme where it's like, Mitsuru, nothing. Naoto, you can't trust anybody. You're fucking worthless.
That's not true.
After the words slip from my mouth, I realize that the argument is futile.
Of course it is. Why not simply admit it? In truth, you have your hands full just expiating your family's sins. You don't need the added burden of others placing their lives in your hands. Isn't that how you really feel?
No.
The young man smirks, as if ridiculing my inability to stop myself from responding to his allegations, despite knowing the futility of doing so. But the smirk only helps me regain my composure. The real Shirogane would never make that face. This is only an illusion.
There's no use continuing this. Not until I eliminate this irritating mirage.
Yeah, Maddie says nobody. Absolutely nobody. Naoto, you don't trust your friends.
Yeah.
Bum, bam, 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 bam.
I don't remember how to play.
Final.
Oh my god, she has a gun. Oh, wrong button.
I'm coming for you. I won't hold back. Take the game. Okay. Hey, now is the time.
Ooh, very nice.
Not yet.
Oh, I'm broken. Oh no, I'm not.
You're silenced and scared.
Take the game. Go down. Assault.
Awakened.
You're mine now.
To the friend.
And finish.
Now step on her face.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. All yours.
I only know one move.
It's down, 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 triangle, circle.
Nope.
Down, 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 square X.
Oh yeah, it is triangle circle.
Hey! I turn towards the monitor on the assumption that General Teddy will appear to mock us. But for some reason this time, he doesn't. I'm not sure why, but at least it allows us time to calmly talk things over. I look towards the young man once again.
Am I getting through to you now?
Yes. The same goes for me, I presume.
I don't like the charging mechanic on Mitsuda though. It's a little awkward.
It seems we were spellbound until the fight began, as we both suspected. They disrupted our communications to drive a wedge between us and make us fight. Though it's a mystery to me as to where it draws such personal slights for the illusions before us.
I agree.
And Adam says, we don't need to be awakened to use the insta-kill. We just need 100 SP. I thought we need to be awakened, but that's okay.
I'm pretty sure we do.
I don't know anything about this game, though. He seems to bear no animosity and is willing to discuss things, but to be honest, I'm not sure where we stand. Why is he here? I can think of several possible explanations, but if he secretly followed us in, his canniness may prove dangerous. He gives a sudden wry smile, as if sensing my reluctance and trying to assuage it.
There's no need to be cagey. I don't intend to dodge whatever questions you have.
Cagey? What do you mean?
You were probably wondering 3 things when you saw me here. First, how did I enter this world? Second, what am I doing in Inaba?
Third, I already know what you're going
And
to say.
third, if I came here looking for you, what are my true intentions?
Oh man. While Naoto says that, I just wanted to be like stroking the gun. What are my true intentions?
Well, let me tell you.
No wonder you've made a name for yourself as a detective. You're correct on all counts.
The first answer is easy. You know now that I can use a persona, allowing me access to the TV world. As for the second, there's no great mystery why I would come to Inaba. I live here.
Don't even go here.
You wouldn't happen to be acquainted with Amagi and Hanamura.
You've met my senpai?
Your friends. I gather that you're comrades who fought alongside each other during the serial murder case last year. I assume you entered the TV together for the same reason they did, and found yourself dragged into this mess as well.
Yeah. It's really hard to find the Junet's bathroom. It's really what kicked off this whole adventure, to be honest.
Whatever doubts I may have about them, it seems they're here because we've dragged them into this world, or into this.
So,
Oops, sorry.
I must apologize to you. No doubt you already know, but the object we seek has been brought to this world. It's most likely the cause of this disturbance. Whoever learned of this world's existence must have thought it would be useful in whatever they're scheming.
You apologizing to me?
Shirogane shrugs with a wry smile.
You're so sure you can trust me. You have no guarantee that I'm telling the truth. And there's still the answer to your third question to consider. I haven't yet told you my true motives.
Fair enough. But if you're friends with Amagi and Hanamura, I feel I can trust you. Their bonds with their friends are real.
Perhaps I lied about that too.
But then why would you bring it up? No, you're no villain. That's what my intuition tells me.
You aren't at all the person I thought you'd be.
I'll take that as a compliment.
His smile suggests that it was meant as one. It makes him look his age, or even younger. I can't help but smile myself at the idea that he's not exactly the hardened detective I'd imagined him to be.
Teddy who appeared on that monitor is not our friend. He's an imposter.
You have proof of this?
I found the real Teddy. Our enemy can fog both our eyes and ears. It's possible they can make themselves look like someone else.
I see.
But I still don't know why they chose to take on Teddy's appearance.
Right.
Upon hearing this, I sigh and close my eyes.
It might be to make you all suffer. If they led you to believe your friend betrayed you, it would make this all the more painful.
I imagine that, like, no one even really hijacked the plane or anything like that. It's all just a big misunderstanding. And in the plane, in the cargo area, Labrys is just in a box, and then it hits some turbulence, and a Danganronpa disc just falls inside it. Labrys is like, ah! And then just does all of this. I need a bear.
A Danganronpa and Street Fighter Ultra Turbo 2.
Yeah.
There's some truth to that, but it seems too simple a motive to warrant this elaborate of a disturbance.
He's wrong. If the motive is somehow connected to Labrys' memories, what had been incomprehensible becomes completely understandable. My conclusion must have shown through on my face since Shirogane trails off in understanding. At that moment came something like a touch. It's a sensation I hadn't felt since entering this world, but I know this feeling. It's the effect of being brushed by a persona's informational support powers.
This feeling. Rise-san! Rise-san, can you hear me?
So you ended up here too?
The voice that echoes is much like the voice I heard over the PA system, but it seems quite different. The announcements must have been part of the culprit's tricks. This Rise's voice immediately turns quavery.
I'm so glad. Ever since this weird fake Teddy kidnapped me, I've been all alone. The others are fighting each other too.
It's all right. Just calm down and tell me where you are.
I think it's the announcement room. It's kind of off though. There are these invisible walls around and I can't get out. The fake Teddy was watching me until a moment ago, so I couldn't use my persona.
She seems to be under the General's close watch, limiting her chances to use her persona until now. As soon as the General stepped out for a moment, she seized the opportunity to contact Shirogane.
You're in the announcement room now, yes? I'm headed straight there, so stay put.
Are you, though? There's invisible walls everywhere.
Who's that? Why can I hear your voice but not sense you?
She sounds extremely confused. I had temporarily forgotten that my equipment prevents me from being detected by persona abilities to an extent.
Stealth suit.
I prepared it after facing an enemy with similar powers once before.
It's like you get +4 like anti-persona detection, but +20 noticeability in real life.
Yeah.
Oops.
It works by making my presence difficult to detect unless they know me well and recognize my signature. Shirogane senses her confusion as well, and introduces her to me to her. His introduction is accurate, yet concise. I can see he's a first-rate detective.
Mitsuru Kirijo. Wait, Kirijo? Are you that Kirijo?
Yes, that's correct.
The CEO?
She's the president of the company.
Actually, I'm president of the company.
Not quite. I am the founding family's...
You hired me for a commercial before. Oh, good. Thank you very much for your patronage.
It's very, I think there's like a poetic justice of sorts, or maybe an irony, where Rise is the one going, oh my god,
right?
You're that Kirijo? Oh, thank you so much. Like, big fan, huge fan. Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm so embarrassed that this is how we're meeting.
Yeah, wow.
Can I get you anything? I mean, sorry, I can't get out of here. You know, General Teddy's locked me in here. But like,
that's so silly.
Oh my god.
Commercial.
Oh yes, I'm Rise Kuchikawa. I'm a classmate
classmate of the others you met, but I'm also kind of a starlet, and it's hard to explain.
Oh my god.
Rise-san, that can wait. There's no knowing when our adversary will return.
Oh, all right.
Kujikawa said that she was captured, but why would they treat her differently?
I suspect it was to block communication. If we could speak freely as we just did, their whole scheme would collapse. Ah, so that's why Teddy and Rise-san were the hosts.
What do you mean?
The real Teddy has a similar power. That's why those two were taken separately. Not only that, but by acting as the two who had disappeared, the enemy thought it could portray them as traitors. Though it appears that Teddy managed to escape on his own somehow.
Whenever Teddy does anything, yeah, he somehow.
Somehow.
Oh, what was that move? Miracle? Remember Miracle something?
Yeah.
And just things would happen?
Just things would happen.
Yeah.
How come I'm the only one fake Teddy is watching over personally? Sheesh.
You have the most powerful investigative persona. They must have had to take greater pains with you.
Yeah,
Kamui Miracle.
No, that's it. Kamui Miracle, yeah. By some miracle, he escaped.
I think we're keeping this going too long. We've exchanged what we know already, so I'm gonna shut down the comms link. Be careful, you guys.
No, you hang up.
No, you hang up.
I'm hanging up.
Okay.
Good.
No, you hang up.
I am!
I face Shirogane once again.
We are responsible for this case. Rescuing the ones who've been dragged into it is part of our mission. Besides, she's another of your friends, isn't she? All the more reason for me to go save her.
He makes a small gesture as if searching for the right words. After taking some time to make up his mind, he looks at me in the eye once more.
You're quite prepared for this. It would be unfair of me not to tell you everything. Please hear me out. The reason I came here was to...
You're a real straight arrow.
I cut him off intentionally.
Let me hear the plot.
You're very proud to be a detective, no? I can see it in your eyes. You would never sell out your beloved Justice.
Okay, but why is he here?
You've done nothing to be ashamed of. That makes us even. I haven't been entirely forthright with you either.
Should still hear them out.
Kirijo-san. It seems I still have much to learn.
Despite what I said, I can make an educated guess as to his motives. He's a persona user. That means the police selected as their observer someone with the potential.
Sorry, that last sentence was like hard for me, and it broke this sentence for me too.
If his only task was to watch over the transfer, where there'd be no need to send a persona user, leading me to believe that he's been asked by some to secretly spy on me or my organization. But we have nothing to hide anymore. There are many things that shouldn't be made public, but I'm sure his judgment is sound.
Well then, I will once again entrust my friend's safety and the resolution of this case to you, in honor of the bond we are forming, Mitsuru Kirijo.
Now, quick. Touch your tip to mine to make it all official.
I promise that I will not let you down.
I smile back at him and move on without looking back.
Yeah, it was correct, but it was just odd.
I know that there is someone up ahead that I must atone for. There is no hesitation in my steps.
I'm gonna play some things now that we're after that.
Is this crab?
Angry!
Could be lobster. Hard to tell.
Yeah.
Put so much butter on it that I can't tell the difference.
Yo, I love butter.
I would say butter's my favorite.
It's very
ingredient.
warm here.
Ooh.
Warm with my love for y'all.
Aw.
Stay hydrated. Stan Mitsuru.
Catherine! Hi.
It's a good message. She's pretty great.
Thank you!
I totally forgot about Yukari. I'm so curious now.
Right? What's she doing?
She can't not be here. That would be a crime.
I reach the 3rd floor. After turning a corner and going on for a while, it finally comes into view. The announcement room. This is where Kujikawa is supposed to be.
Kirijo-san?
Kirijo?
Ooh.
As I open the door, 2 students greet me. One of them is the voice I heard through my persona, Kujikawa, I presume. The other is a girl I didn't see on the video.
Hang tight, Miss President. We'll be okay now that help's arrived. Kirijo-san, this girl got dragged into this mess too. We have to help her before that general comes back.
Oh my god. Rise is in the same room as not only the president, but the CEO.
So you're Kujikawa. Sorry, but I'll need you to step back.
Uh-oh.
I turn to face Miss
We
President.
meet at last. Astounding. You really do look human, but you're not, are you, Labrys?
The girl jumps at hearing this. Kujikawa still looks unsure, but I can't drag her into this. I place myself between her and Labrys.
What do you mean she's not human? Isn't she a victim who got dropped inside the TV?
Labrys being a victim is one way to see it. But if what I've learned thus far is accurate, then the one who set up the Grand Prix is most likely...
Labrys, our records show that you were loaded with special equipment, undoubtedly a function that affects thoughts and scrambles recognition. That's why we saw and heard illusions whenever we fought. It would also explain General Teddy's appearance, and those who met you believing you to be human.
Special equipment? Labrys? What are you talking about?
Oh. Labrys' protestations of ignorance sounds as if she's in denial about something she already knows. It's tragic, hearing the desperation in her voice.
I'm sure the reason why you captured 2 people with analytical personas wasn't just to keep them from interfering with your designs. I came to a realization when I noticed I was the only one who sensed that noise. An analytical persona's searches clash with your ability. They dispel illusions, so you needed to confine them. You feared that if they caught you off guard and used their persona's ability, this would happen.
With that, I summon my persona, Artemisia. Just as expected, noise immediately runs across Labrys' body. It's exactly the sensation I felt before each round of the tournament. Artemisia cancels out the force scrambling our senses, and the illusion begins to wear off. Little by little, the facade fades away, and her true appearance emerges.
No! Oh, this can't be.
What was your motive, Labrys? Was it revenge in the end? I can understand why you'd hold a grudge. I caught glimpses of it on my way here.
Can we appreciate for just one moment that in Labrys' design, it appears that she has a protector strictly for her ponytail?
Yeah, I was noticing that ponytail armor.
I know. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Listen, my face, whatever, punch it. Ponytail, don't touch it, okay?
Yeah. Protect the bump. Protect my ponytail bump.
But your hatred should be centered on the Kirijo group. Why drag innocent students into your vendetta?
Kirijo group? No. I don't want to remember. Never again.
Miss President, Kirijo-san, she seems to be in a lot of pain. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but you can't push her any further.
After that moment, Labrys grabs the equipment on her back that I had mistaken for wings. It suddenly separates and transforms into a giant battle axe that's larger than she is.
Such a good aesthetic.
Get back! Hurry!
Labrys approaches one step at a time, her axe at the ready. Her steps are halting, but she's moving with battle clearly in mind.
The injunction against harming humans has been removed? I see. No wonder she was sealed away.
Behind me, I hear Kujikawa pleading.
Is there no other choice but to fight?
I won't let you do any more damage, Labrys. It's me you want.
Shut up! Shut up! I like that!
I'm not someone who kills someone. I'll kill you.
Are we actually getting to... Is it time? Could it be? Oh! We actually get to see her fight now. Is this fight 5?
Yeah.
Seems like there's 5 fights. It's only the 4th match. Oh!
Yasogami, Steel Council President.
Oh, God!
You're finished.
Can someone remind me how to burst again?
Ooh.
I'll show you my results. You I'm coming for you. Won't escape. Better luck next time.
Punch, kick. Oh,
Oh shit, she broke my persona. Oh, I went for the grab. R2 and square?
Or R3.
R3?
You may have changed the button layouts though. Any three buttons simultaneously or R3? Okay, okay.
It's L2 then for me.
Final.
Oh,
Mary Karen!
What?
Oops. Shit.
Won't escape. Better luck next time.
Oh.
Oh! Wow! I guess that was the instant.
She cleaved you.
That must have been the instant. Jesus. That was all of my health.
Bum, 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 bum.
Was that the insta kill?
Final.
That wasn't the instant kill. No, that was just a normal special.
What?
That's just her super.
You're slow. You have time to go.
Oh,
You have time to go.
I figured it out.
I'm coming for you.
Come on, come on. No, Marin Karin, can you not charm robots?
I love that when it hit her, it made a little. Ooh.
Marin Karen.
Fuck. She's countering my Marin Karin. Oh, wow, the grab.
What? Marin Karen.
Come on, Marin Karin.
Execution.
Uh-oh, blocked. None of that insta shit. Yeah, I was trying to Marin Karin. Oh, it's charge. Interesting. Yeah, losing because of Marin Karin. I just really want it to work.
Final.
Me too. I want to see what it does.
Can I Marin Karin down, or does it only go up? Is it like an aerial counter?
For you. You have time.
Wow, I love how she like bats me against the wall. Like, it's so comical.
I know. Junpei's got another lady he could fall in love with.
Better luck next time. I'll fight to the bitter end.
Ah, fuck.
You're slow. You're slow. What? This can't be.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. You're slow. I was trying to do a charge too.
Final.
You're finished. Persona. You're slow. What? You're finished.
Shit. Oh no.
She looks so cool.
I'm coming for you. Won't escape. Better luck next time. Marin Karen. Marin Karen. Artemisia. Marin Karen. Marin Karen.
Oh shit! She's just up here charging.
I didn't think she'd clear the whole damn stage. What does Marin Karin even fucking do? It's just like the real game.
Marin Karin works in all instances when Mitsuru is not the one using it.
Ah, of course.
Whirlwind, thank you.
Jeez.
Yep, love Labras as my main.
Final.
Say goodbye to half your health in one hit.
Ooh, Daniel, yeah, like 60% of your health. Jesus.
You're slow.
Shit, 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 shit!
Whoa!
No escape. You're small. Artemishi is finished. I'm coming. A swarm escape. Better luck next time. Come. Rise up.
Nice!
I want to poke her right now.
Persona!
Just so you know, Marin Karen just steals SP.
PK! Thank you.
Wow. I needed that information like 10 minutes ago. I had no idea. That's cool, though. I think it has its uses then, but I was expecting her to be like charmed or stunned to be like, ooh.
Right? Something. But no.
Yeah. You can, if you like those charges, though, you can see them coming. You just dodge right through them. It's not that bad. It goes in the tutorial. Yeah, there was a lot of fucking information in that tutorial, okay, I'll have you know.
Labrys remains still. I can still hear her muttered denials. She didn't use a persona, but it's possible that her mental instability prevented her from doing so. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Huh?
I don't intend to turn a blind eye to the sins committed against you.
Oh.
Labrys is the mastermind. Not only of this tournament, but maybe for the entire incident from the beginning.
Play Danganronpa one time.
What if Labrys was never stolen but instead escaped? Considering her powers, it is possible she deluded the ordinary... is it possible she deluded the ordinary human hijackers? There's no knowing when Labrys regained her consciousness inside her cage. What if she hadn't awakened on opening it? What if it was or she was already conscious inside there?
Aww.
She's been sealed for roughly 13 years. More than enough time to formulate a plan.
If that was indeed the case, it'd make more sense for this to be a plan devised by Labrys, rather than an unknown party suddenly stealing her away. I can't imagine how much resentment such a small, artificial body could hold. A tragic mastermind, huh?
Huh?
800
Mastermind?
petabytes.
You got it wrong, Kirijo-san. That girl's not...
Kujikawa calls out from behind me. Just as she does so, I feel an imminent threat rushing towards my back.
What?
I turn around in surprise. It can't be.
Looks like you've saved me some time while I was out running errands.
What? You're...
Teddy just comes back with a whole setup of hot pot and stuff. He's like, he's gonna hang out with Rise, but whatever, I guess. Yeah, we'll do this.
I had plans for a hot date!
Yeah.
And I only got enough for 2! An extremely powerful version of the noise, far worse than before, is everywhere around us. Kujikawa squats down while covering both her ears. It's all I can do to keep from falling onto my own knees.
What's going on? This is Labrys' interference pattern.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Ooh, General Teddy, question mark?
As thanks for cornering the real one, I'll show you something.
What's gonna happen? Bum 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 ba-na-na, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Na 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 na.
Having the axe blades as wings is pretty damn cool.
Right?
The noise lifts once the mimicry is dispelled. But what it reveals is something I hadn't expected.
Another Labrys?
Ooh.
Bum, 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 bum,
Only
bum,
4 fights?
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, we can play as Labrys now. So many options.
Sorry I trash talk when I fight. You're slow, you're slow, you're slow, you're slow.
Come on, step it up.
Mitsuru, thank you.
Should we do Aki?
Persona!
Living with determination. Still one of the best songs in the Persona series. Bible thump.
Hey.
Gestrid, thank you.
Can we do a vote?
Labrys is last, apparently.
Last or latest?
Last.
Like right now. Latest? Okay. Akihiko or Kanji? Can we do a vote for that?
Yeah.
No. Wait. We'll save Kanji later.
Okay.
Akihiko or Chie?
Akihiko, Chie. Okay. So vote 0 for Akihiko, vote 1 for Steak.
It's okay. Once I get more experience, we'll be able to jump in and save Kanji. He's fine. So 0 for Aki, 1 for Steak?
Yes. You don't want to learn about Teddy?
Eh.
Yeah, 0 for protein, 1 for steak.
What's the difference?
You just made this real one-sided.
Did I?
Apparently.
I mean, I guess if people like Chie so much, that's fine.
If you haven't realized it yet, this is literally the same thing again, the game.
Gestrid!
Wait a second, those stories were similar.
They were!
And I think they used the same cutscene at the end every time. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, it's Akihiko by a long shot.
Oh.
Sorry.
Sayonara.
We got our shirtless scruffy man incoming, and I am excited about that.
I can't believe you rigged the votes, Nyanny.
I'm a long way from home.
I can't wait to be a long way from home so I can walk down an alley and say, I'm a long way from home. Where do you get one of those ponchos? I
When
want
did you
one.
start using a sword?
That's a bag. Oh, he has a little knife.
It's more like a gladius or something. It's a bit too big for a knife.
It's a large knife.
Call
Like-
that a knife.
Honestly, when do
This
you...
is a knife.
Where do you get one of those cloaks? What is it? How do I Google that? A hooded cape? Hooded cloak? I'm gonna look one up on Amazon.
Ever since I left Japan, I've been constantly searching for places to test my strength. Before I knew it, I'd wound up on the ass end of the globe. As I walk down a dark alley, a dry wind blows. I could see people inside the buildings. I don't sense any life here. Just because it's quiet doesn't mean there's anything close to safe. It's anything close to safe, though. Well, it just shows that not everyone in the world is affluent. I sense a hostile presence somewhere. I glance around and see 2 thugs smirking at me with narrowed eyes. Our gazes meet, and those thugs, a seedy-looking large man and a thin man, stand before me.
Yo, bro, haven't seen your mug around here. And lucky thing we noticed you. Come on, man, spare us some change. We just need a little, man. We'll double it in no time in that gambling den over there.
You're in my way. Move it.
The thugs are momentarily stunned by my answer, but their shock quickly dissolves into anger.
And we were being friendly. I should have pulled this on you at the start.
The large man's words produce a fusillade of spittle as he simultaneously whips out what he believes is his trump card. It's a gun. He waves the muzzle in front of my face in a threatening manner.
Body like that, and you gotta resort to a gun? Pathetic. To begin with, do I really look like I carry that much money on me?
Can't even afford a shirt.
Most Asians stupid enough to come waltz around here are loaded. Come on, give me everything you got, or it's gonna be your brains on the floor.
Wow. Okay. Lot to unpack here. Weird. Large man is quite short-tempered. I wonder if his mood swings are due to a lack of calcium in his diet.
You're back, sorry.
I guess you really don't get to choose what you eat when you're... sorry. Large man apparently, wow, yeah. Realizes he can simply take my cash when I'm dead. And his fat finger squeezes the trigger before I can reply. Gunshot rings out and sends a shockwave through the alley's dry air.
Son of a bitch!
Large man stands stupefied. He recollects himself and then throws a few more rounds my way.
What the? What kind of hit him?
It's because I'm dodging his shots, not the bullets. They obviously move faster than the human body. When a slow man uses a gun, the problem is that he has to point the gun where he wants to send the bullets. And I can see him doing that. I'm just reading his gun's movement and getting out of his line of fire before he shoots. It's that simple. I bet he thinks there's something wrong with the gun or that he's not aiming well. Some people. I think he's the embodiment of the phrase, a big head and a little wit. He never realizes what's happening. I dodge his hail of bullets and quickly close the distance to my attempted murderer. I get a good look at his face contorting in fear, confusion. Bah! I strike once, burying my fist into his porcine? Porky? Gut. His body lifts off the ground for a brief moment before it collapses on the ground backwards. A massive impact lifts a huge cloud of dust, and the man doesn't stir from his place on the ground.
You should be more careful who you pick your fights with.
You bastard!
The thin man pulls something from his pocket. I hear a loud click of the switchblade being unfolded. He drops into a crouch, coiled and ready to strike.
At least you know the basics.
The reprobate extends his arm and thrusts the dully shining knife towards me in a telegraphed attack. I get inside his arm and swipe the attack angle of the blade out of the way with my right hand and connect with my left hand underneath his jaw. Since he attacks in the most obvious fashion, I repel the attack with the most obvious counter. The uppercut lands flush, and the man is cast in the air as he utters an undignified scream.
I gotta hand it to you for not abandoning your pal.
Sheesh. I didn't come on a journey to waste my time getting into scraps that don't even rate as a good warm-up. Although, honestly, pretty much all that I encountered so far in my training was a continuous morass of tedious quarrels. Move ahead, huh? I noticed that the dust from the fat man's landing has gotten on my cape. I brush it off. This is the only mark that I took from the encounter. Bodily injuries will heal over time, even if they're left alone, but the same can't be said about one's clothing. That's why I hardly wear any.
Impressive stuff.
Someone speaks to me out of the blue. I glance over and see a man who looks like a bartender hesitantly emerge from a nearby bar. It seems he was watching the whole thing unfold.
What a fight! And against a man with a gun? Are you a ninja or something?
I wish I was a ninja.
Important. Where are the police? I'd have thought all the gunfire would catch their attention.
The bartender responds to my bewilderment by laughing in an even more dumbfounded manner and shrugs.
Things like that happen all the time. The only authority here is the cartel. Everyone who's not connected dies in poverty. That's been how it works for over 50 years.
I see.
Those who are not connected. Upon hearing that, a bitter feeling wells up inside me. Everything in this world relies on connections, and connections are just another form of power. People say that's what's most important can't be obtained by power, but I figure that means the other 99.9% of everything is simply a matter of power. That includes one's lifespan. And at times, the lifespan of those close to you as well.
Hey, why not stop in for a drink? It's on the house. Seeing what you did made my day.
The bartender's cheerful voice snaps me out of my ruminations.
Are you sure? The cartel you mentioned might not like that.
Hey, I'll get off easy compared to you. All I did was offer you a drink, not beat the hell out of their goons.
A drink, huh?
Do you have the good stuff in stock?
Huh?
It's hard to obtain that certain something around here. I haven't had any for a couple days now.
Oh my god.
Actually, I'm starting to go into withdrawal.
Here it is.
His route is so fucking weird.
It's so
What is it
good.
you're talking about, mister? Listen, I run a clean bar.
Protein. I need a double shot of protein.
We're just zooming on past that one.
Make it quick. It's only half as effective 30 minutes after I've burned some calories.
Sorry, I don't know that brand. Is that some kind of sake?
No. It's all right if you don't have any.
You can get it from food, bruh.
Sheesh. What am I even thinking? You never know unless you try. That was pretty stupid of me to expect that a bartender in a dive bar like this would have protein drinks. I shake my head and collect myself. When I finally return to Japan, I'll have all the protein my muscle fibers are crying out for. It sounds great just thinking about it. Mountains of protein. Protein as far as the eye can see. My daydreams of what a world of infinite protein would be like are interrupted. Man, I wish. Sometimes stories like these, they need visual cut-ins, and I just need like Akihiko on mountains of protein, like sliding down like a protein shake slide or something, and just, I don't know, just protein everywhere, you know, like steak on wings or something. I take out my cell phone and see that I've received an email. There are 3 important things on the sub-display. The first is the icon that tells me that international roaming service is in effect. Thanks, realism. Second is the name Kirijo. And the last thing is the word urgent. Shouldn't the word urgent have been first?
Right?
Looks like opportunity's knocking sooner than I expected.
I can't hide my smirk. The fact that the message is urgent means that I'm being summoned for a mission.
Fine with me. I haven't found any opponents worth my time here anyway.
Plus, the training journey I was on was preparation for these missions. It was my way of showing that I'd be suited for taking on these special missions professionally. It seems that either my plan is working, or that this is fate telling me that the time to display my results has come.
I can't wait to see what kind of challenge there is in store for me now.
I imagine what this unknown enemy could be, and thrust my left fist proudly towards the foreign winds. I can't keep my body from trembling with excitement as I plant my fist into my right palm.
Yeah, just like that. I'm gonna play some things.
Persona!
Aki has that VABS thing that makes me go stupid.
Post about games! Man, I've heard those been called something kind of crude.
I wish I could blame my stupid on VABS.
It's the Adonis belt is the real name, I think.
Mitsuru didn't know about shadow selves as she had only faced monstrous ones, thus why she was so blindsided. As such, she lacked critical information.
Hey, she lacked critical information.
A lot. She needs to play P4. I heard a rumor that it's out on Steam now.
Yeah, I heard that same rumor.
Considering the fact that protein is mentioned only one time in P3, it's very jarring to suddenly see Aki obsessing over it.
Whirlwind!
Is that true? I don't know. Like, we got all the dialogue in P3 basically, and I remember him being protein obsessed, or maybe I'm thinking of like P3
Chat.
Dance.
I don't know. I remember chat was really about protein.
I don't know. That was a thing for us. Like, was it his
about
room?
that flanderization?
That's what it was, Gestrid. Thank you. Flanderization. Thank you. Yeah, they took that protein thing. It was chat, P3 Dance as well. It may have been us. He's always eating in the dorm. One time in a cutscene and one time in a side quest. Twice. Just twice.
Oh yeah, wait, didn't we? Yeah, no, the side quest, we get the protein from him.
Oh.
Right? I'm pretty sure. It's one of Elizabeth's. Yeah, wasn't it? Elizabeth is like, I want the drink that builds the muscles.
I want to get swole
It's a forbidden drink or something. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure.
I want to crush watermelons with my thighs.
After a flight that took over a half a day, I arrive in Japan. Every time I fly, it always strikes me how cramped the seats are.
Can you imagine
and how
flying?
boring
Like, sorry. I thought you were done.
long flights are.
Could you imagine him just getting on a plane in his current attire, shirtless? Love it.
Security wanted to pat you down, but you're not really wearing anything, so it seems pointless.
I'd still pat him down to make sure he's not carrying a deadly weapon.
Yeah. But it seems, we were going to do a cavity search, but it seems that your muscles are so huge that we can't breach it. So, whatever. It's a waste not to equip the seats with pec decks or give us access to some cardio equipment. Oh my god. Man, that plane would smell so bad. As I head towards the arrival lobby, while thinking about my ideal airline, I hear something I haven't heard in a while. A newscaster reporting in my mother tongue.
Good morning. It's May 3rd, Constitution Memorial Day. Our top story today is an update on the hijacking 2 days ago. 5 men attempted a daring hijacking of a domestic airline, the first such incident in Japan in the 21st century. Police began their official interrogation of the arrested suspects this morning. But all depositions have been vague so far, with suspects complaining of muddled memories. Psychiatric exams are being considered.
Okay, guys, if we get caught, remember. Oh, can't remember. Perfect.
That must be the incident she mentioned in her email.
Two days ago in Japan, a jumbo jet bound for Kagoshima was hijacked by a group of 5 men. The hijacking attempt was quickly dealt with because of the hijackers' half-hearted planning. But there was a bigger issue. Unbeknownst to the public, the passenger flight that was hijacked was going to have a very important piece of cargo loaded onto it. During the confusion surrounding the hijacking investigation, the cargo seems to have been stolen before it was loaded onto the plane. The hijacking was just a smokescreen for the real crime. Using a hijacking as a distraction for a simple cargo theft is pretty daring, but it's also desperate and risky. My mission to retrieve that cargo from whoever wanted it so badly. Shoot, I missed is. This isn't a situation that can be left to ordinary policemen. This cargo is extremely dangerous, and the retrieval has to be done discreetly due to its sensitive nature. I look away from the monitor and begin walking again. My cell phone immediately begins ringing, as if the caller was watching me the entire time. The name Mitsuru Kirijo appears in the sub-display. Mitsuru Kirijo. She's the one who summoned me here for this mission. I didn't tell her any details about my return flight, but she must have found the information on her own and called after learning of my flight's arrival. She's still as prepared as ever.
It's me.
It's been a long time, Akihiko. I'm sorry to call you back on such short notice.
Don't worry about it. I was at a good stopping point.
Mitsuru has much greater standing in the group than I. But we've been classmates since middle school, and she fought alongside me in my biggest battle. I have a feeling that the only reason we were able to pull through such an ordeal was that we helped each other back then. Maybe that other guy too. What was his name? It's not important. So,
who's our next enemy?
Don't be so impatient. You received the brief I sent you, right? What I didn't say directly in it is that the stolen cargo was from Ergo Research.
I figured it would be Kirijo Group related, with you having to call me back.
Most ordinary people in Japan would have at least heard of the name Kirijo. The Kirijo Group. A large conglomerate, one of the few within Japan that can boast a large market share overseas. Their influence is so ever-present that they touch many aspects of a typical citizen's daily life. Mitsuru is part of that organization. In fact, she is the only daughter of its founding family. She grew up with untold responsibilities and expectations and has been forced to navigate tumultuous social interactions ever since she was young. That is why she has a refined personality, maturity beyond her years, and strong leadership skills. Although, the same circumstances also expose her to the occasional surprising lapse into naivete.
What was inside this cargo?
The 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Lapras.
An anti-shadow weapon?
Yes, she's one of Aigata's sister units. She was sealed at the time of the robbery, but we think it's very likely that she's been activated by now.
Which means there's a good chance there'll be a fight. All right. Yeah, this would be too much for the normal authorities. Sounds like it'll be right up my alley.
Man, I just realized, for all of like Aki's roastings, I guess we'll call them.
Yeah.
Is everyone just gonna be like, Shinji, 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 Shinji. Shinji, Shinji, shut up! So I'm calling it. The man who ran the group 2 generations ago, Koetsu Kirijo. He was the founder of the group, and also Mitsuru's grandfather. Around 10 years ago, the certain research that man was performing brought about a huge distortion to this world. The forces that created that distortion were known as shadows. I guess the best way I could describe them would be to say that they are monsters incarnated from the darkness in people's hearts. In any case, there's something completely absurd like that. Koetsu Kirijo doing ergo research in what would be later known as the infamous Kirijo Ergonomics Lab to repeatedly perform inhumane experiments. He was artificially drawing out shadows in an attempt to gain powers beyond what mortal man should have. But the experiment failed during the final stages. What remained after a big explosion were over 50 casualties and a distortion in the world that can never be repaired. Normal people are completely unable to sense this distortion at all, and yet the same distortion could cause the entire world to collapse. 3 years ago, Mitsuru and I, along with our friends, devoted ourselves to a fight in order to end the threat of that collapse. The bonds and precious memories I gained from them are engraved upon my heart and haven't faded to this day.
Fighting is not our first option, but I'd be more reassured with you there. We have a general idea of where it was taken, the Inaba area, where there were reports of suspected shadow activity last year.
Okay, I'll meet up with you at the actual location.
Are you heading directly there? You never change. Let me know if you need anything and I'll make the arrangements.
Protein, that's all.
Yeah. Okay.
Flanderization.
That's fine.
He likes the protein. He likes it so much.
Makes it sound like you can't get protein anywhere else in the world.
What? No, it's better I don't ask.
Plus, like, if he really was that much of a protein maniac, he would know that he could get it from things that, like, other than protein powder. Like, even beans, man.
He needs the isolate, man.
Location later. Sorry to call when you've just returned from a trip, but I'm relying on your assistance.
You went to a lot of trouble to create the shadow operatives. I won't do anything to tarnish the name. I'll see you there.
I think it's fun too, Godzilla. I like it.
Yeah, Seslin, that's the thing. I think that if they made up some very specific brand, or even like Kirijo Group brand protein, and that was the protein that he craved, I could get behind that. And he's like, no other protein does it. I need the really good stuff. Like, he kind of alluded to it, but he's just kind of treated it like general protein, which makes it make less sense.
Right.
It's a very nitpicky thing. It doesn't matter
You
at
could
all.
make it even deeper by going like, I like the cute mascot it has.
Oh my god,
You
yeah.
know? Like,
Cute mascot. Gotta have it. The Shadow Operatives. That's the organization that I'm part of. We're a joint task force comprised of the Kirijo Group and the police. Officially, we do not exist. Our main mission is to deal with shadow-related cases. Yeah. Persona users. Yep. Yep. I have an email from Mitsuru giving me the details on the meeting location. As usual, she's thoroughly planned this out.
Inaba, huh?
A smile appears on my face. An opportunity to use all the skills and strength I've been honing. I will commit every fiber of my being to fulfill the duty I've been given. I couldn't ask for more. I skipped ahead some of the Kirijo Group and Shadow Operative explanations because we got it all in
because we know it already.
Mitsuru's, so I don't really see a point in kind of doing that again. The same day, afternoon.
Hey, Shion.
I arrive in... Nice. I arrive in Inaba earlier than I'd planned. There's a lot of time to kill before I need to be at the meeting. In order to get a feel for the town and what's going on, I decided to walk around a bit. From the looks of it, it's an ordinary countryside town. I can't believe that people think a level 4 shadow-related case occurred here last year. As far as I can tell, there doesn't seem to be any disturbance going on right now. It looks like that unit named Labras isn't running amok here either. As soon as I stray from the main street a bit, it's mountains and fields as far as the eye can see. The air is clean and the traffic is pretty light, so the town has that going for it. This would be a great place to go running early in the morning. I wait for evening to come while exploring as much of the town as I can.
It's almost time.
My cape flutters in the wind as I shadow box and jog to the meeting area, an intersection on the outskirts of what this town would call its shopping district.
So it's a cape.
Yeah, right?
I really want a raggedy cape, man.
Meeting up in a rural area like this is a bit of a tricky situation. Honestly, I think you'd want to go to like a cosplay shop or make your own.
But maybe I could get one on the internet.
Oh, wait a second. You just want this because it's what Conti wears as well. That's right. I'm outing you.
I have this very particular kind of taste. Reading and speaking isn't one of them.
You want a lollipop? We have to get you in bed before 6 p.m. here, okay?
I got really excited when you said Conti. He's so good. I really like that, man. It's a good aesthetic. It's a really good aesthetic.
Hopefully, we can quickly join up and be on our way so that the residents don't take notice of a bunch of outsiders assembling in their sleepy town. Unfortunately, when I arrive at the meeting point, Mitsuru and the others are nowhere to be seen.
Something happen? I doubt she'd run into any trouble she couldn't handle, though.
Could it be that I'm at the wrong place? There aren't any tall buildings to block my view, so I look in every direction. The only thing outside the shopping district obstructing my view is a mountain of garbage that looks like it might be a scrap heap or a junkyard. And someone said, couldn't they just put on normal clothes so they don't stand out? I think what it is that when you live in such a weird situation for so long, like Aki's been traveling the world picking fights, I guess, and, you know, Mitsuru's like the richest girl in the world, your idea of normal becomes distorted. So as far as they're concerned, they probably are normal until they go to town. They're like, what the fuck is everyone wearing? Weird.
Or they just have really strong aesthetic and it's inspirational for everyone who loves capes and people who are robots.
Yeah, sure. Or that. I may as well be diligent and head over there just to make sure. I enter the area, and it's full of all kinds of junk. Cars and household appliances, large and small, are piled into small artificial mountains. I test my footing and begin climbing up the stacked trash. Looking down, I spot a long black limousine that is completely out of place in this tiny town. I came to a realization and sigh.
Of course. They'd stand out no matter where they were, so they could only park here.
Two of my friends are standing by the limousine. A woman decked out in a fur coat and a mechanical girl. It's Mitsuru and Igus. Right before I call out to them, Igus does something bizarre. She extends her right arm towards the TV screen in front of her and... Igus's hand is passing through the screen. Her steel fingers aren't just breaking the TV screen, they're definitely going inside. Concentric rings of light are rippling out forth from where she inserted her hand.
It's the same as mine. It's hard to say definitively since this is my first encounter with it, but I believe this reading is from a personality module.
Does that mean our retrieval target is inside the TV?
I don't understand how or why, but it seems that people can enter the TV. And if that's the case, it'd be the perfect place to hide stolen cargo. That makes things easier.
Huh. Sounds like fun.
The two of them look up, surprised.
Akihiko?
Oh, I thought we were going to get the cool thing.
I leap off the mountain of trash and land in front of them.
You didn't show up at the rendezvous point, so I went looking and found you here. This whole TV thing is pretty interesting.
Akihiko, what on earth are you wearing? Just what were you doing overseas?
Didn't I tell you that I was on a training expedition?
Don't tell me you came here from the airport like that. Does the concept of keeping a low profile mean nothing to you?
I take a glance at Mitsuru, and I can tell that she's summoning up her coldest stare. This clothing allows me to have much better mobility.
It really doesn't. Capes are so impractical.
Right.
But they look so cool.
I don't think Mitsuru is going to listen to my explanation.
Mitsuru-san, I believe we have lost the right to complain about that.
Glancing at Mitsuru's clothing once again, I couldn't help but sigh. Since Igus had already voiced what I wanted to say, I decide not to make a comeback. Mitsuru simply shakes her head and sighs back at me. Seriously, this is what happens when you grow up in a wealthy family sheltered from the lives that normal people live. Man, it's almost like someone new.
Anyway,
I slam my left fist into my right palm. Igus' sister unit, Labris. She's apparently inside a TV sitting in an obscure part of a countryside town. I've gotta wonder, what else would be waiting for us
We
inside?
can get inside from that TV, right?
Still the same Akihiko. We don't know the situation inside yet, and we'll need a secure means of getting out.
So what? If we want to get this Labris back, someone has to go inside, right?
Easy. Tie a rope around your waist. Let's go.
Right?
Well, that's...
What's really funny is that that's what they did in P4, remember?
Yeah.
And
It was the
rope
first
just
thing they
came with
tried.
them, yeah.
It was so good.
So good. Mitsuru's at a loss for words. I know that I'm voicing my opinion more forcefully than she's used to, but this is what I have to do. I know Mitsuru well enough to know that when she needs someone to prod her into action. Wanting to exert control over every situation is a commendable trait, but in certain situations, waiting doesn't allow you to seize any more control, and it also gives your opponent more time to prepare.
Our target hijacked a plane to throw her into a TV in this town. If we sit on our hands, it's possible we'll be put in serious danger.
I lock eyes with Mitsuru and take a step towards her.
Different from how we used to be. We made the choice to fight shadows as professionals. That's why I traveled around the world and trained harder than ever. And now that something's actually come up, you're hesitating? We agreed to do this. I'm ready to stake my life on the mission.
Oh yeah, that is his evoker there.
It's so good, man. That's a cool aesthetic too, like the gun holsters.
I guess so. Naked gun holsters.
It's a look. I think it's so good, man. Put your wallet in there, your cell phone.
3 years ago, I had said that it was my duty to help in the fight. But looking back on it now, I know that a lot of it was just for kicks. Seeing myself definitely become much stronger and experiencing all that personal growth was incredible. Becoming stronger felt like it would satisfy some deep desire within me. And if I died giving my all against a really powerful opponent, I didn't really mind the thought of going out like that either. I was honestly fighting for myself more than anything else. But now, something's changed in me. Something is not the same. I'm done with fighting by the rules of someone else's game. I wandered around the world with something in the back of my mind constantly nagging at me. Something about not having a grasp of some part of myself. I know that I want power, the power to protect others. So I tried fighting gravity. But that feeling has always been there. There's still something else though, something different. A few seconds of silence pass, and then Mitsuru's eyes narrow. Her eyes are filled with a steely determination.
All right. Wait right here. I need to go make a phone call first.
Okay, and make it quick.
Mitsuru heads over towards the long limousine, with a wry smile.
My fists are ready for action.
Excitement wells up within me as a reaction to the new sensation I feel from my fingertips. Think I'll try fighting gravity. Punching the sky, I'm fighting gravity.
The other members will wait here in the car.
Yeah. If we all barge in and something happens, they'll be devastated.
Now that you mention it, at least one of us should be staying behind as well.
I am not staying.
Can't argue with that.
Us three will be plenty. We'll end this in a flash. No problem.
The same as always. Although, we have no idea what might be waiting for us on the other side. Don't get careless.
Right.
I mean...
This situation... it brings back memories.
I hope he fights with his cape on, because it'd be cool to see it flow. I know. But when he says he gives him better mobility, he might mean that, like, because he just throws it off.
Oh. Or it could be that, like, when he dodges, people are, like, confused and they try to punch the cape, but he's not there.
Zorro
it's just
or something?
cape. I don't know how fighting or anything works. I just love capes so much.
No capes!
Long scarves as well.
Oh, yeah.
Why enter the TV? What's going on?
I did not marry Akihiko in P3 for his brains.
Boo-hoo! But for his protein.
His protein. And
We're
his
talking
shake.
about a girl who didn't know how to eat at a fast food restaurant before we met her.
That's what I'm saying.
You're right, Whirlwind. You're right. One more. Yeah.
Waiting isn't part of Akihiko's strategy anymore.
Hey,
Oh
he's
shit,
grown
that's
up.
funny. That's really funny, actually. I
Yes,
didn't
Drid,
connect that.
That's good.
When I open my eyes again, the first thing I can see is a high ceiling. I get to my feet and look around. Basketball hoops, the ground lined with white tape, and folding chairs stacked high into the air.
Is this a gym?
What I'm seeing now isn't matching what I expected to be seeing. If my memory's correct, I entered the TV with Mitsuru and Agus. Is this what's inside of the TV? It hits me. This isn't reality. Everything looks extremely real, but I sense odd presences nearby. I brace myself inside this oddly quiet gym. If I'm the only one here, I must be cautious. Alone? I suddenly realize that Mitsuru and Agus should be here too. They came into the TV with me, but they're nowhere to be seen. Did we get separated from each other as we were falling in? No. It's more likely that we were separated intentionally. Well, I don't really need to worry about them. I'm pretty sure that they'll be able to handle everything in here on their own. Even if something does attack them, those two will just counterattack with icicle executions and machine guns. Micro missiles and...
This feeling in the air reminds me of somewhere, though.
I felt this harsh atmosphere before. I dig through my memories. That's right. This is what Tartarus felt like. The tower full of shadows where we did battle 3 years ago. Since this area is unfamiliar and I'm assuming hostile, there's no knowing when an enemy may attack, but waiting around to get ambushed isn't really my thing anymore. It's time for me to get moving. Just as I think that, what in the world is that? A bizarre object approaches me from further inside the gym. Teddy?
I hope.
Oh, God.
I'm so excited that this is how it's
so
happening.
unfortunate on so many levels.
Right?
Oh, my God.
I love it. I love it.
It's red, blue, and round. On top of that, it's walking on 2 feet. I've wandered all across the globe to different regions, but I've never seen a bizarre creature like this.
There's a weird guy in a cape.
Bizarre creature. Weirder still, it's able to communicate with me.
You think you've got the right to call me weird? You seem suspicious.
How rude! I'll say the same back to you. Being half naked and wearing a cape is totally suspicious.
It's not suspicious, it's cool.
Pervert I've heard rumors about? My innocence is in danger.
It's not perverse.
Run, Teddy!
Cool.
You're making no sense at all. Who are you? Oh, don't tell me. Are you a shadow?
Huh? I'm Teddy.
Teddy!
So you are a shadow.
I just said I'm Teddy. Teddy! It's easy.
No bear has fur that color. Or can talk.
How cruel! I'm an adorable, sexy beast, no matter what angle you're looking from.
Teddy's pretty fucking great. Not gonna lie. Teddy?
I'm excited for Teddy's story.
Teddy? Does that mean he's like a bear or something? Suddenly, a monitor nearby springs to life. Like, I don't know. If you put Morgana in a similar situation as this, I don't think it'd be nearly as interesting.
No.
You know?
Teddy's a really fun character.
He is.
Like, he was fun to voice.
Yeah.
I like Teddy quite a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't think they lost that fun, but it'd be nice to see it come back. I don't know. Like, Mona's fine, but it's like not a cat. Like, I can tell you how the interaction would go. It's some kind of cat-shaped object heading towards me. Not a cat, asshole!
Not a cat!
Fight me!
You look like one. I am not a cat!
Suddenly, a monitor nearby springs to life. What appeared on it was also red, blue, and round. I feel like I've wandered onto the set of some horrific TV show. It's another bear thing. Or to be exact, it was also Teddy Teddy. I love it calls him Teddy Teddy.
Oh, because he's a Teddy.
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 Have you wandering about on your own? You're such a troublesome bear. You're the troublesome one. How dare you do whatever you want while looking like me? It's a violation of my image rights.
Oh my god. Quick, get to an eclectic loutwit.
Yeah.
What's going on? Are you twins or something?
Huh? I've discovered an unknown half-naked caped man. An intruder. Unexpected.
Suddenly, the sound and image on the monitor gets corrupted. Just when I thought I was going to start figuring some things about this place and those creatures. Figuring out some things. Meh. The screen flickers and dies out. Is this kind of ruse? The monitor pops back on. Once again, it was Teddy. Or Teddy's. Ugh. This is too confusing. I'm just going to go refer the TV bear as bear number 2. People in a lot of overseas cultures add suffixes like the second or the great onto their kids' names, so I figured I'll do something similar. I'm in some crazy TV world, so I'm not just gonna assume that these guys are Japanese. Like bear number 2 is going to care anyway. I've wasted enough time rationalizing this. Bear number 2's eyes gleam with a sinister manner. He starts speaking clearly now.
04, unintended intruder. Entering elimination process.
Elimination, huh? I don't really have any clue as to what's going on yet. But I do know that bear number 2 has just won the right to be the first one here to taste my fists.
I don't know exactly what's going on, but I've seen enough. Looks like you're the enemy here, bear number 2.
Is he like low-key calling him a turd?
Oh, that's cute.
Kidding. It kind of works though. I'm not sure how much stock I should put in common sense when I'm in this TV world, but if he's using a PA system, I'm guessing that there needs to be some kind of control booth for it. Since I'm in some kind of school, that means I'm probably gonna find bear number 2 in the announcement room.
Wow.
Okay, listen.
Wow.
I know that, like, I was like, oh wow, Mitsuru, you know, everyone else.
I know.
They're in the announcement room.
I know.
Mitsuru can't figure it out, uses her persona. Everyone's like, it's because she doesn't know the layout of the school. Akihiko, he knows one goddamn word, it's protein, and yet he's like, announcement room.
Probably
It's
in
a
the
high
announcement
school.
room if they're using the PA system.
What's your excuse this time, chat? Let's hear it. I want to hear it. Nothing. That's what I thought. If Labris is inside here, and if bear number 2 is running the whole event, he's got to have some kind of information about her. I turn to Teddy.
As for you, Teddy, he seems to be your enemy too, but why don't you step down and let me handle him?
Wow. I proceed to walk off in search of the announcement room, but...
No way!
What?
Oh.
I mean, who are you? You haven't even told me your name. And that bear might be a bad guy who tricked my beloved sensei and friends. I can't leave this in the hands of a half-naked cape man like you.
Half naked cape man. I like the half naked.
Teddy looks surprisingly resolute as he refuses my offer. Does he have friends of his own that he's trying to desperately to protect too?
Well, your costume is strange. I do like that fire in your eyes.
What's that supposed to mean? It sounds perverted coming from a half-naked cape guy.
Hey, I have a name. It's Akihiko Sanada. You don't have to call me half-naked cape guy. And I know I can't prove I'm on your side just by saying so. So judge for yourself whether I'm worthy of your trust. In the ring.
You're that excited to do this?
Fists don't lie, you know? Now come on, and I'll give you everything I got.
I put my fist out in front of me and focus. If one does not face their cowardice, they cannot summon a persona. That's why persona users used to have to undergo the trial of holding an evoker to their heads. But that was a simple ritual to overcome one's psychological blocks. It isn't a required step in handling personas. Holy shit! Holy shit!
Wow.
Like, how is he so far ahead of Mitsuru? Mitsuru, Oh my god, I don't need an evoker. It must be this strange world. Friggin' Akihiko just breaking it down, fully understanding it, like already there.
Like literally, yeah. Someone said didn't even need illusions. He's like, I'm gonna punch everyone.
Yeah.
I'm going to the announcement room.
No insults, just punch.
I don't need my evoker because hey, it's just
it's a crutch.
It's a crutch.
Fuck that. My resolution has always been within me after all. I just use the evoker to make everyone else not feel as bad.
Come, Persona!
Fuck. And he just owns that. I sense power rising from deep within me.
He saw the world, guys.
I know. He saw the world. He played P4. At least probably playing P5 Royal right now. It's just great. Like,
Aki about to use his training to beat up minors.
yeah. I mean, he doesn't know that about Teddy yet. Teddy's some strange creature to him.
True.
But yeah,
the
like
motions are so smooth during these cut scenes. Do you think they use motion capture?
I don't know. The soundtrack reminds me a lot of Madoka, though.
Yeah. Sorry, go on. What were you saying?
Yeah, I don't know what I was saying, but
I'm sorry.
It's not a bad thing either. I just think it's hilarious.
I think it's so good.
It's completely the opposite of what I would have thought. Oh my god, what is that word? A ham-fisted protein junkie?
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure.
Final.
Oh my god, the music. The two-fisted
protein.
Wow, he keeps his cake. Oh my god, he's so cool.
You're so obvious.
Oh, you're angry.
I'm berserk. Oh god, angry Aki Strats. Angry Aki Strats. Oh my god, Teddy's fucking chaotic. Whoa, that's a bat.
A fish.
He knows he carried you in P3, makes him confident.
Boo-hoo! Is that what? It's the confidence from him being a hard carry?
Now's the time.
Is that a can of... Oh, evoker.
Yo!
Cool.
That was
Universe!
Universe! Okay, I'm gonna play some things.
Half-naked Cape Guy's design was originally gonna be modeled after Jason Statham from his Transporter movies, but was changed to the wild/rugged look since no one in the roster would fit the troll.
Huh, cool. I agree with it. I think he looks great.
Benny! Yeah, it's so cool.
Jason Statham from the Transporter movies. Didn't he just like wear a suit? He kind of looked like Hitman a little bit or something? Am I misremembering that? I remember he was like a professional driver, but he also kicked ass.
Yeah, he just wore a suit. Like
Yeah,
literally,
right?
he looked like Hitman.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool, but I think this is way more flair to it.
Mm-hmm.
What's hilarious about Aki and Teddy right now is that Liam O'Brien and Sam Riegel are super tight IRL, jokingly referring to each other as husbands.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's cute.
Wait, isn't Liam the one in Critical Role? Don't they do it like a whole pair thing? I don't keep up with the show so much. I just see it here and
It's
there.
coming back tonight.
Nice.
Akihiko has truly reached Max Himbo. So
Hey.
proud.
So
Intruder
proud.
is a persona user. Difficulties in elimination. Acknowledging as valid target.
Thank you, Dr. Cannon. One more.
Emperor Arcanas. They're too op.
2OP! G-Cookie!
Really good. I love the teleporting punch moves he has. It's so cool.
I lied, one more.
The last 8 minutes have turned Aki into my favorite character, and it's not close.
It's pretty great.
Right? He's so cool.
Didn't even need to be insulted to fight is what I love about it. I love that. Like, it's such a character trope, I guess, to be like, yeah, thinking isn't getting us anywhere. Let's punch this out.
Like, the main thing I have is, like, what would they say to him? Like, all you do is go around fighting people. You think fighting people is gonna bring your friend back?
That solves all my problems.
He's like, no, but I like doing it, punch.
Yeah, right.
We're good.
It seems
Thank
that
you,
I've
Raga.
been officially promoted to the rank of valid target.
Persona user. You talking about me? What do you mean by valid target?
Irregularity has occurred. Multiple intruders detected. Emergency. Emergency. Oh, I know! I've just had a fun idea!
Just as bear number 2 starts speaking like a normal person, the monitor suddenly cuts out. Seriously, who is this guy? One thing's for sure, and that is that I need more information right now. I lean over to Teddy's flattened body and lightly... Wow, cannon. We absolutely flattened him in that last attack. And lightly tap the back of his head.
Hey, Teddy, wake up.
No! Kanji! You're crushing me to death!
What's going on to this guy's head?
Teddy, wake up!
That's amazing. I smacked Teddy a little more forcefully this time. I was worried that it might make him even flatter. That's a risk I'm willing to take. Oh god, I forgot about that! Oh, it's been a long time!
The sprite's back.
Oh god. Ah! Looks like that did the trick. Teddy gets up using whatever weird stomach muscles he has and yells at me while still in that flattened state.
Hey!
Ah, cursed!
Ruin my beautiful coat of fur! I'll go bald!
Curse!
And it's just Teddy, not Teddy.
This is getting to be a pain. Teddy purses his lips and looks away with a huff. I wanted to demonstrate my sincerity with my fists. There's no doubt that I did that. Then again, considering how badly flattened he is right now, I guess it's understandable that he doesn't want to talk to me.
Well, maybe I went a little too far. Let me at least talk to you. I have important business here too. I need as much information as I can get.
Aren't you going to say sorry?
Don't push your luck, or I'll pull out all your fur.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I was just joking! Well, I am a knowledgeable bear, so I'll make an exception for you and listen.
Hey, I'm the one who won. Where does he get off with this attitude? Doesn't feel right letting that slide. I don't want him getting all pouty again. I take a deep breath and turn to face Teddy once
First
more.
off, what kind of world is this?
It's the TV world.
At least I was right about that. Teddy then went on to explain that there's a mysterious TV program called the Midnight Channel that only appears at midnight. The TV broadcast is caused by this world inside a TV. Oh god! I think that was motion captured?
Yeah, I think it must have been.
Must have been. Seems that Teddy is back to his original appearance, or rather, his original thickness. He's like a big stress ball.
That's hard to believe. But even if that's true, why does it look like this? Is this supposed to be a school or something?
This is probably the school that Yosuke and the others go to.
It's a real place?
This world changes whenever someone comes here. I'm not sure why it's a school now, though.
It changes when people come here.
I used to live here for a long time, so I saw it happen a lot.
You lived here? Well, does that mean you're from this world? What are you?
Teddy starts clamming up all of a sudden. He started getting nervous when I blurted out the realization that he was living in this world and that he wasn't human. Embarrassed about being different from humans, huh? He definitely doesn't look human, but it's easy enough to overlook because he's able to easily carry on a conversation with me. And his fists definitely had a heart. I guess immediately springs to mind. She's a machine, but she also has the same heart as a person. No, this Teddy creature may be some kind of costume creature. He must have a heart as well. That being said, he does look pretty stupid.
There's so much I don't understand. But I can at least say I'm pretty sure you're no threat.
Ow!
Of course not. I'd never cause anyone any trouble.
If you know this world so well, does the name Fifth Generation Labris sound familiar?
I've never heard of it. Every day's great at Juness. I usually spend my time there.
Yeah?
When I came to, I was locked up here. I managed to escape, though, only to find that an imposter Teddy was causing a bunch of trouble with his P1 Grand Prix.
He was bummed out a minute ago, and now his face is bright red and there's steam pouring over his head. This guy's a real piece of work.
The guy who showed up on screen looked exactly like you.
He calls himself the General. But don't confuse me for that phony. The real Teddy is made of all natural bear fur.
All natural.
If that was someone in disguise, there must be a reason he's trying to look like you.
Ooh, I know. It must be because he's jealous that Sensei and everyone love me the most. But he's not 1/1,000,000th as cute as me. Anyone can tell he's a fake.
Yeah, it's totally obvious. I recall what Teddy said about the Midnight Channel earlier. Some of the things that happen in this world are broadcasted to the outside world. If that's the case, then misinformation may be spread, and people could be confused or misled. At this moment, I'm not sure why someone would be intentionally causing such confusion, but this Teddy guy mentioned that his friends were here. If bear number 2 is in opposition to them, then it's not too big of a stretch to imagine that he's trying to upset their friendships.
All right, one last question. You said you used to live here. Do you know how to get out?
Of course! That was one of my specialties. I always helped other people when they needed to leave. But it's not working here for some reason. I'm losing my confidence. This is one bear of a Tedache.
Tedache.
That's a new one.
Tedache.
That was an advanced joke.
This is no laughing matter. You won't be able to get out like this.
Sorry. Bless you.
That wasn't advanced at all. Sheesh. You did give me valuable information, though. I now have somewhat of a grasp of the situation. My main objectives of retrieving Labrys and escaping from this world. I won't be able to accomplish either of these things as it stands right now. And all we can really do on our own is speculate. So bear number 2. General, was it? I'll have to pound some more detailed answers out of him. All I need to do is keep moving forward. And if I'm gonna move forward, I don't see the harm in doing it quickly.
That's it. You're coming with me.
Oh god. I'm assuming that I'm probably only gonna need this guy's help in getting out of here later. So I grab the back of Teddy's head and sprint forward. But just as I'm about to exit the gym, Teddy gets completely stuck on something.
You're gonna tear it off!
I look behind me and Teddy is wildly flailing his arms around. But I don't see anything holding him back. What kind of trick is this?
Hey! You almost made me lose my head!
Ignoring the huge fuss Teddy's making, I reach over towards where Teddy's stuck. I don't feel anything. I guess I'll just have to try again. I pull the back of Teddy's head towards me with my full strength. He's definitely stuck on something. For a moment, it looked like the zipper on Teddy's neck warped. Whatever. It's probably just my imagination.
Looks like there's a wall that I can get through, but you can't. What a bizarre place this is.
Says the half-naked cave guy who pulled at my head so hard it almost came off!
Oh well, I'll have to leave you here. Make sure you don't go anywhere alone, you hear me?
I can't burn any more time here. As I turn my back towards Teddy and proceed on, his yell echoes inside the gym.
I won't let you abandon me! I get lonely real fast! I'm coming with you!
An enormous crash reverberates through the area. When I turn around, I see a flattened Teddy fluttering to the ground like a sheet of paper falling off a desk. He must have gotten a running start and slammed right into whatever's there at full force. Did he just run straight into an invisible wall head first without even thinking about how much that would hurt? Huh. This guy said the general's an enemy of his friends. And because his friends are at risk, he can't just leave everything to me. His lack of regard for personal safety may be because he's so worried about his friends. He behaves oddly, but once you look past that, I can totally empathize with him.
Sorry. I'll come back for you when all this is settled.
Just hang tight, Teddy. I know it's a tough situation. I hurry to where the enemy is. For my mission, and for the sake of Teddy and his friends. When I step outside the gym, I hear a cheer from somewhere. The voices seem to be coming from outside the school building. Did a large number of people come into this world? This place is supposed to be a world inside a TV, but this kind of seems like a real school. It seems like an event, like a culture festival or a field day is taking place. There's still so much about this place that I don't know. There were many parts of Teddy's explanation that I couldn't grasp. I need first-hand knowledge. I need to see some things with my own eyes. I step out to what looks like the school's main gate and check the nameplate.
Yasagami High School. I remember seeing that name in the report on Inaba.
So what Teddy told me about this place being scenery made to look like an actual high school is correct. But why recreate a high school building inside a TV?
That was awful. That was so awful.
As I'm taking stock of my surroundings, a high-pitched girl's voice emanates from a nearby speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, what will the next match be like?
Thinking Yosuke or Chie? Probably Chie.
Kanji.
An abrupt and confusing school announcement. Cheers arise from somewhere, seemingly in response to the announcement. I sense the presence of others, and when I look around, I notice silhouettes of students that seem to be watching from all angles. Are they human? They almost look like they're human, but I don't sense any life from them. No matter where in the world I went, people who were excited about a battle had a certain spark to them. These guys don't have it.
Wow, this is one fired up crowd. Hi everyone, I, Bizette, will be your commentator. But first, the General would like to say a few words. The mic's all yours, sir.
As if answering the commotion, the monitor steps up, or set up in the center turns on. That General Teddy appears on the screen.
Well then, I'm proud to be presenting the manliest of all men. So you've come this far. I applaud your bravery in not running away.
Still hiding behind a monitor?
Never mind.
We're talking about Aki. They're talking about.
I know. I mean, I thought I was right, but
I'll crush you.
Nope, sorry, but I'm not falling for a cheap ploy like that. You better follow the rules. Allow me to explain. The P1 Grand Prix is a one-on-one battle. Those who are paired off must fight. Only the winner may move on.
Everyone else is like, what? This is crazy. I'm like, Aki has to be like, awesome. Only the winner may move on. And that invisible wall that Teddy ran into with his face must be part of the contest this guy set up.
Interesting. Who are you gonna make me fight?
no,
he was so okay with this.
Right? No, I was expecting I've been waiting for this, or I've been training for this, or something, you know?
The bizarre laugh plays, and the image on the screen switches. What showed up next seemed like an odd commercial for a P1 Grand Prix. Oh, it's one of them. He needed the context. Someone produced a video like this for the event. Does that mean everyone here is a willing participant? Oh, God. Oh, no. From the looks of it, they all seem like ordinary students. I don't think everyday students like this would be involved in the hijacking of an airplane and the stealing of Labris, but...
Who are they?
I don't have to answer that.
Sorry, but I don't have time to play along. I'm taking back Labris.
You are?
Huh?
The general on the screen looks shocked by my words. He'd been evasive. He'd been evasive or just laughed at anything I said until now, but this obviously struck a nerve.
I don't think everything's gonna be that easy for you. You all should suffer, and then suffer some more!
I'm not exactly sure what specifically antagonized him, but it seems like he definitely knows something about Labris. You think you can make me suffer, huh? Well, bring it on. I flourish my cape and head into the school building.
It won't be easy, huh?
I think about what the general said a moment ago. Honestly, I can't really think of many times in my life when things went easily. Growing up as an orphan, my memories of losing what was precious to me. I've never gotten too burdened by it, but I've constantly been pitied by others for my misfortunes.
Whatever. I never expected it to be.
Oh. The pain of loss is my source of determination. I must stay strong in order to protect those who are precious and by my side right now. Oh, what? No battle there?
Oh.
I proceed through the school building, and after climbing a number of stairs, I notice something odd. This place is bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside. The hallways don't turn in the direction you'd expect after seeing the outside of a building. And the way the classrooms connect with each other is bizarre as well.
This is what I'd figure another world would be like. Huh.
I reach towards an upcoming corner, and I come into contact with an invisible wall. I see. So this is what prevented Teddy from following me. I couldn't have done much earlier, but now that I can actually touch it, I put all my strength into that strike, but the wall barely gave it all. If it shakes, that means it's taking some damage. If I keep attacking it, I'm able to break through a portion of it and punch my way out.
I kind of want like him
It to
to have
work.
only one fight, and the rest of the time he just punches
through
his
the
way.
wall.
Yeah. He just punches his way there.
Well, what's really funny is that Aegis is the only one who figured it out. Whereas,
Yeah, she did. She just sort of shows
she just punched through the wall,
Yeah.
like the drywall or whatever, instead of the doors. But I really don't know how much of this whole charade I can break through by destroying these walls. It wouldn't be a smart way of expending my energy. That's when something catches my eye. A window. I reach towards it. The invisible wall doesn't impede my progress.
I knew it. Whoever set this up only thought about blocking people's paths. Anywhere there already was a real wall got overlooked.
Oh my god, he's figuring it out too. I'm not obliged to play by the enemy's gimmicks. If they want me to go one way, maybe I can gain an advantage by taking a route that they don't expect.
And I'll just go another way.
I put my hand on the window's frame and jump outside. Like, holy crap, he's awesome.
He is so in tune with himself that he probably doesn't even have a shadow self. And therefore no insecurities for Shadow Labris to taunt him with.
Oh,
maybe. Yeah, I could have never predicted it going this way. Like, I had my prediction going in, and I'm quite wrong. Yeah, it is just about time.
I know, I'm behind on my things.
Itching for one fight, though.
Akihiko's insta-kills comes right out of Asura from Asura's Wrath's playbook. Liam O'Brien's best role, Emo.
Oh.
Godzilla, thank you. Did I say thank you to Julian? Thank you, Julian.
Thank you, Julian. Thank you, Godzilla. Interesting.
Yeah, man, Asura's Wrath. That's a crazy game.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
It's crazy. It's got so many hype things going on.
Nyani, I just had an amazing idea for a thumbnail. Akihiko, protein, and flattened angry teddy.
Gestrid! We'll see. We'll see what happens, I guess.
Given that Aki is a southpaw and would draw his evoker with his left hand, why is it holstered under his left armpit?
Whirlwind, he doesn't need it. He doesn't need it anymore. It's
I guess
just,
you could kind of do it in like one motion if you were good.
It's
somehow,
just
or
it's just
flexible.
there for
but obviously this makes way more sense.
Yeah. But like he said, he doesn't even need it.
The sprite is probably mirrored though, if I had to guess. Like, I don't think they drew it twice. I think they probably would have mirrored it to have them on either side.
They did. They drew two for someone.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I wasn't looking too closely, so.
I didn't check him, but I know they drew two for, I think it was Yosuke, because I was looking at his pin.
Oh, yeah.
And his pin was on one, not the other.
That's cool. Well, maybe they clean up like certain inconsistencies like that. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I land near a classroom that seems to be half underground. I look through one of the windows, though the interior is odd. It looks like it's a music room. The window's closed, but it's just like a glass window. If there was a real school, I'd hesitate to do this, but hey, this is a fake world. I rear back and put my fist through the window.
Whoa!
Oh, shit! Buff young man. There's another visitor inside the room. He's a well-built young man in a school uniform.
You're that guy from the video.
Did you just come falling from up there? What's going on? Answer me.
Oh, man. Like, I want to do this because it's Thursday. Ah, there's so much wrong with this because we won't see this till Sunday.
Right?
Ah. By save kanji, do they mean to set him free? Anyways. No, probably shouldn't start this.
Well, what? When are we going to
too
save kanji?
I don't know. Maybe Sunday if I'm in the mood.
Oh, wow. You may just start a new one.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We got to do date night in an hour. I got some stuff to set up. I can't. Sunday. Bookmark it, okay? Be here. We're going to fight kanji, I guess.
Well. The meme lives on.
Oh.
Well.
I'm not happy about it either, okay?
So tonight is date night. We're going to be playing some Jackbox at 6:30. So if you're a member, come in here. Come play with us. Golden waffle or higher. Prizes. We don't have the prize in here yet, but the prize is this. It's an Izanagi figure, and it's got a little tongue man with it too. And then we're giving away 3 merch things too. So that's really cool. So it's going to be 1 grand prize and then 3 merch winners. Or if the person who doesn't want, if the person who wins doesn't want the Izanagi, they can get merch. Yeah, little tongue man. Little tongue man, little blue. Why the tongue thing? He comes with it. It's part of a package. It's a shadow. Yeah, but it's a little tongue shadow. It's a little tongue man. Little blurb. Blang. Are you going to be Akihiko for Halloween? Sandra, I don't know. I don't know if I could. If I could, I wouldn't mind.
At least 2 shots of protein for that.
2 shots of protein and a cape.
2 shots of protein?
I got a few months to get real buff. I've wanted to maybe have like silver hair. I think it'd be cool. I had black hair once and it was really neat. I don't know if I'm scruffy enough. I don't know if I'm scruffy enough to be Akihiko. I don't think I'm scruffy enough for the scruffy club. The candy bucket is a protein bottle? Yes. One more. You just need protein and a cape. Yeah, maybe. I think the idea of martial arts is really cool. Or like parkour, like hardcore parkour.
Dreams. I don't need dreams. All I need is protein and a dream.
I got 2 things to play.
Okay.
But we need to go save Kanji.
But we need to go save Kanji.
That's where I'm going. I don't know where you guys are going.
Yeah.
I'm going to go save Kanji.
Stay tuned for Sunday when play starts Yukiko's route instead of continuing this one.
Hey, don't take my ideas. Now it doesn't seem cool when I actually do it.
Now it won't be a big debate when it happens.
Now it has to be Chie's route. Way to go. Ruin Yukiko's route.
Steak.
Steak. To be continued. Maybe, who knows? I'm really excited for what's about to happen, though. A couple of meatheads.
Yeah.
That collide.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
I think they're gonna be good friends. I think they're gonna be like, damn.
Right?
Bro.
I hope they're good friends.
Yeah, me too. Damn, so tough. All right. Well, anyways, we're gonna get ready. We'll see you in an hour. Yeah. If you are a member of Golden Waffle for Hire and you haven't synced up your Discord, take the time to sync up your Discord. We're gonna do everything through a Discord room this time around, where we'll have people let us know they want to play, and then we'll DM the codes to them through there. So sync your Twitch, Patreon, or YouTube,
your Discord
to Discord. Yeah, and the bottom tier won't have access to the room because we just do that for emotes and stuff. So yeah. All right. See you then.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.